Hello! Today's video is going to be something I don't love doing, which is a TBR. I'm honestly not a big fan of doing TBRs because I feel like, what's the point? Like, I could do anything, right? It's like, oh, here's a list of things I'm going to do one day. Like, it's better to do it afterwards, and like, what's the value of a TBR? But this is honestly a video entirely for me. I did not finish my March of the Mammoth book that I wanted to read, very specifically in March, because of a range of things. A lot going on in life right now. And so I did not finish Musashi by Eiji Yoshikawa yet, and I do not want to start another book in the middle of reading this. I would like to finish this. I am not very far in. I just hit like 300 pages. It's a 900 page book, and it's a very fast paced book too. It's just, I keep in my life like reading this late at night when I'm very tired. And so rather than like reading and not comprehending, I like close after a couple of pages. So I just need to figure out a way to like build in a habit to read this when I'm conscious, and that's been hard. So for me alone, I've decided I'm going to do a TBR video. Please bear with me while I do a video that I myself think is a little bit useless. I'm fine with watching other people's TBR videos. It's just, I feel like when I do them, it's like, what's the point? First off on my list is Murakami, What I Talk About When I Talk About Running. This is one of his nonfiction works, and it's about running. I have started running this year. Very unexpectedly. I never thought I'd be a runner. I still don't think I'm a runner. But I read books recently that have running characters, and I am inspired by that. One of them is The End of August. Another one is The Bonefire. I think there's a third one that I can't remember. Can't quite recall. And reading about characters who run makes me want to run, because I know, like, I'm a big walker and I know what walking does for my brain, and so I kind of want to see what running does for my brain. So far, running has been a way for me to listen to true crime podcasts, or more recently, watch episodes of Desperate Housewives, a show I did not realize was so freaking interesting. That's like sexism. I'm gonna get into the Desperate Housewives. I'll have to do a video relating it to, like, finding a way to relate the Desperate Housewives to books, because I'm 5 episodes in and I love this show. It's so weird to love this like old cable show that I always would have thought was stupid. Like, I told my mom and she was like, really? You do? Because she knows me and the kind of stuff I like. I don't like the Desperate Housewives. Desperate Housewives are over. I need to stop talking about this show, okay? Anyway, so. I'm not doing this thinking that I would like to be doing when I'm running, but I am running. Almost on the daily. And so I want to read this book. I have started this book before as like a beach read that I never finished on the beach. And what I know I like about this book is that Murakami listens to The Lovin' Spoonful. And The Lovin' Spoonful is like the band that my dad, like, and I feel like we all kind of have that way, like a thing that our parents showed us in childhood. Oftentimes it's musical. I feel like for everyone it's the Beatles. For me, it's The Lovin' Spoonful and the Mamas and the Papas. That's who my dad showed me. And so the fact that he listens to them and knows who they are is very exciting to me, because I feel like a lot of people don't, especially people my age. So this is one on the list. What is next on the list? Oh, okay. A Little Devil in America by Hanif Abdurraquib. There's no way that's how you pronounce it. That's my like Russianness coming out in pronunciation. So, I love Abdurraquib. I've read They Can't Kill Us Until They Kill Us, and his one of his collections of poetry. I think he is a phenomenal writer. I have to say I prefer his prose, because I think there's something really interesting that he does in like making prose very poetic. So I love his prose. I'm very excited to read this. This is sort of a discussion, actually says it perfectly here. It's a profound reflection on how Black performance is inextricably woven into the fabric of American culture. If you look at like almost all forms of American art, Black performance has in some way left just like an indelible mark on that. And so I'm very excited to hear Abdurraquib talk about this with his just masterful writing talent. I truly believe that he is like, I don't know, the way people talk, I don't know Joan Didion that well. Like, people talk about her a lot. She's like a very like it girl. I feel like Hanif Abdurraquib will like be that for future generations. Like, he will be the writer that like was capturing something about our generation. I absolutely love him. I also know he has a book about basketball, and whilst I know nothing about basketball, I'm willing to learn to get to read his book. Next up is, I really hate the way this is written, A Demon Haunted Land Witches, Wonder Doctors, and the Ghosts of the Past in Post-World War II Germany by Monika Black. This is a book that was recommended by Ekaterina Shulman, who is a very big Russian political scientist. She recommended this book, and I'm going to see her speak in New York this weekend. So I know I need to read this book. One day I'd love to actually read Shulman's book, either when my Russian is improved or when the book is translated into English. But she's a very kind of big political scientist within the like anti-Putin like liberal Russian space. I know nothing about that book except for the title, but she recommended it, so I'm gonna read it. So next up on my list is Velvet by Huzama Habayed. This is a book about a child in a Palestinian refugee camp. I think the story at a larger base from the back of the book is about kind of women in these really dire situations and kind of the lives you build around very tragic and dire circumstances. I think this will just be, in a way, like a good addendum to the headlines that we're reading now. So yeah, that's on my list. I'll put the next two, oh, she's been scratched. The next two together because they're similar, like little bits of inspiration want me to read both. And that is the fact that after reading this book, heavy, I would like to read something that is just like turns my brain off, which for me is either like true crime nonfiction or mystery style novels or / thriller style novels. So one of them is Hotel Lucky 7 by Kotaro Isaka. Find the Truth, Check Out Alive. Something, there's a hotel, and it's thrillery, murdery excitement. This is one of them. I know nothing else. Like I'm very happy to know nothing else. I enjoy going in knowing very little. And next up is Soji Shimada, The Tokyo Zodiac Murderers, a Guardian Top 10 locked room mystery. Did I just realize that this is fiction and not nonfiction about some Japanese serial killer? Yes. Does that really change my desire to read this book? No, not at all. I just feel like I need to get another book now that actually scratches the itch of serial killers abroad. Could be from anywhere. Let me know your favorite international serial killer. I don't want to know about the Chikatilo, okay? I got him. I know about him. So yeah, same vein. Mystery, thriller, dark, murder, gruesome. And last on my list, it is Miss Kim Knows and Other Stories by Cho Nam-Joo. I enjoy Cho Nam-Joo. I have read Kim Ji-young, born 1982, and I've read Saha by her, so I'm very interested to see what this is. And for the back, it looks like it's short stories surrounding women, which is definitely, I think, for Cho a very sharpened arrow in her quiver. She writes very well the struggles of women, and I'm gonna be honest, one of the reasons I want to read it is because the cover is fantastic. That fantastic cover. But yeah, and just like such a pretty blue, which is not a good reason to read a book, but I feel like wanting to read a book is a good reason to read a book, whether or not that want is inspired by color or something else. Anyway, those are the books on my current TBR. I am very, very hopeful that either my life will suddenly and dramatically change, or I will be hospitalized with the ability to read for a couple days and I'll be able to actually finish this book. Either way, I mean, I'll finish it eventually, right? I'm not going to stop reading. And when I start again, I will have my little list to reference from. Let me know about any books on your TBR. Do you like watching TBR videos? I feel like it's kind of a hit or miss. And other than that, I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.